Sunday live stream. We are live. Sure is not even in this at the moment. For those of you who don't know, we just got the Gambler's Chest in. We are starting on content. We are starting on gameplay content, how to build content, how to play content, unboxing content, all the content.
No one's here yet.
And Shira's never built miniatures before.
No.
She never has. So we're building some miniatures. Hopefully YouTube will send out a ping. In the past, they haven't been sending out as many pings, so we'll see if people show up. If no one shows up, we'll hang out and teach her how to play how to build some miniatures, and then we'll call it a night, because our plan tonight is to hopefully get the gameplay studio set up and start actually producing some Kingdom Death content and other gameplay content. We played a lot of games over the weekend. I'm sure Shira would be happy to tell you about them, except for the one legacy game that we're almost finished with that I'm currently destroying her at. Strong preference not to share that with you. If you're here, hit that thumbs up button. That's always very nice. Lets us know that you're around and engaged. Board Game Hype says quack. Al says hi. Josh says hello, everyone. Like always, this is going to be a Sunday live stream. If you give me something to talk about, we'll talk about it. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. If not, we will hang out for a little bit, and then we will call it a day. We just want to get into the habit of being available, being able to chat with you all on a weekly basis. This week is going to be crazy. We are currently getting prepared for a trip to Gen Con. So we have a pile of stuff to get done before leaving. We're going to be leaving probably Tuesday evening, getting into Indianapolis Wednesday, and then spending some time in Indianapolis at Gen Con. Of course, we'll be there over the weekend. We'll stay in the Jewish community over Shabbat, and then we'll be back on Sunday. And then we'll be traveling back down to Kentucky to see my grandparents on Monday, and then back home. John says, thoughts on Mordred.
That's Gen Con. I'm not Gen Con. That is Simon's newest Kickstarter.
Are you following along?
I'm not following along.
You're not?
No, because I'm not allowed to back anything right now, so it doesn't help me to follow along and get FOMO. It's Simon's newest game. They didn't do much pre-advertising about it, and people are wondering why it's not doing as well.
It did like $250,000,
yeah,
which is pretty low for them. I thought it looked pretty. Most Simon stuff that goes out looks pretty.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't followed along with the campaign. Life has been a little bit crazy, so hasn't been the main thing we've been focused on. I do know that, as far as I can tell, they didn't really do any advertising outside of their own fan base, like what they already have. So I didn't see any content creators that were covering it that had previews of it. We, of course, usually work with Simon. We didn't have access to it. I don't know if they just didn't have a prototype. They didn't have a TTS set up. But it goes to show, like, even the biggest companies in the industry do well when they have some degree of awareness, some degree of attention, some degree of kind of showing the product. Let's see here. John says, no, it almost brushed up on $500,000, like 380 last time I looked. Yeah. So it's still growing. So $250,000 was maybe a week ago. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it looks fine, but I have no concept. It hasn't caught my interest enough to really dive into it head first. Board Game Hype. Pretty stoked to be helping run the Snapship Tactics booth for part of Gen Con. Are you excited for Snapship Tactics? I know you've played. We have played. It was a lot of fun. It was a cool way to re-implement a game system that already exists, or a game mechanic, a game component that already exists. Sure, you haven't played Snapship, right?
I have not played Snapship.
What is it you're currently working on?
I'm working on a mage.
So she's practicing on an Echoes of Death box. Echoes of Death, original season 1. And she is building one of the little characters from there. We'll see how it comes out. She likes arts and craft projects, though, so this is good. As far as Snapship Tactics go, I think it's a very fun reiteration of a core game system. I thought the skirmish mechanics were fun. Happy to sit down and play it again. So maybe we'll swing by at Gen Con and check it out. Josh says, are you still planning on doing more content for Burning Banners? Yeah, we'd really like to. The biggest thing is we still have the prototype of Burning Banners, I believe, right? Yeah. Enjoyed it quite a lot, but our gameplay studio hasn't been set up, or wasn't set up, which is right over here. I can show you. Kingdom Death is currently on the table. So this space over here is transforming into a dedicated gameplay studio, something where you can sit around the table and play a game instead of sitting in front of it like this and talking to people. We are almost to the point. We think this week we'll be up and running and filming gameplay videos in there. That's the hope. From there, we'll start doing Burning Banners coverage down the road, maybe in another, like within the next month, hopefully. We would like to have something out for them additional that supports like the Pledge Manager opening or something like that. Really lovely game. I really want a chance to actually show it off in person, though. And I want to beat Shira at it. That would be good. Let's see here. D3MON7X. So, not sure this is a spoiler or not, but did they include the supposed Raccoon God mini boss in the Gambler's chest? Raccoon God mini boss. Have you seen a Raccoon God mini boss?
I have not.
I don't think there's a Raccoon God mini boss, but I could be completely wrong about this.
All the monsters come with their own like nemesis and things, so I don't.
There very well could be. There very well could be a Raccoon God mini boss. I don't know.
We've been very careful to try.
We're
and
not spoiling
spoil
a lot
for ourselves.
We're going to start the campaign, and we're going to be playing through the campaign here on the channel. So we're excited about that. Hey, by the way, there's 34 people watching and only 4 thumbs up, which is honestly an offense to Shira's dignity.
No, it's not.
She's very upset about this. She goes off camera. She, screams at me. It's horrible. When there's only 4 thumbs up. When there's 7, though, she's very happy. It's thrilled about 7 thumbs up.
It's already 5.
Let's see here. T2, supposed to get my copy of Life of the Amazonia this week. Can't wait.
I'm jealous. I don't know if we didn't. I don't know if we ended up.
They should be sending us a pledge
to back it. That was so much fun. It was a very big surprise indie title that we ended up covering, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was one that really, really struck us when we sat down to play it. We played it multiple times.
They had those babies.
Like we just sat down, started playing through the prototype, and we were like, "This is way better than we expected it to be."
Yeah.
We want to play this more. Lee Hook. Awful glad to see the 2 of you are up and running full speed. Doing our best. Full speed is maybe questionable. Shira's working quite a bit at the NEQ. You're putting in like 40, 50 hours a week. And I've been getting the studio space set up. So full speed soon, hopefully. But up and running certainly. Board game hype. Outside of the board games, what are you 2 excited about in your personal lives?
Gambler's Chest.
That's a board game, Shira.
Personal life.
Personal lives.
Yeah. Cool. Gambler Chest?
Yeah, the Gambler's Chest?
Yep.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah. I like Gambler's Chest.
This isn't outside of board games, but we've actually been playing a lot of games together as a couple. We got a lot of games in this week, which has been very fun. We're playing through all of my city. We learned and played 2 renditions of Spirit Island. Shira hated it at first. Now she's mixed on it. We played Planet Unknown, which is a lot of fun. We're getting set up to play Kingdom Death again. But when it comes to stuff that's not board game related, we've actually we're aiming to get a 100-mile bike ride done sometime this summer or this fall. So that's been a lot of fun.
Cleveland was ungodly hot on Friday, and we almost passed out from our bike ride. We biked 18 miles and were very tired. I've been
successfully making it to daily prayers 3 times a day, learning about for about 2 hours in the morning, which Shira says makes me a much better husband. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm enjoying having the time to work on personal development, to work on learning Torah and learning Hebrew.
We're working on our bedtime.
We've been going to bed on time. That's been a big thing.
That was hard with
10:30, 11. Yeah, we actually had the decision last night. Open it today or open it yesterday and start this process at like 1 a.m. So yeah. That's the.
I'm surprised your big fingers do this stuff.
Excuse you.
I'm surprised. You got bigger fingers than me.
Excuse you.
And I'm finding it.
In public, you would say these things about me.
Yeah.
Me, your one love, your husband.
Yes.
You would say these things.
Those things.
Those things you'd say.
You have stubby fingers.
I have.
Everybody knows that. If they look at your footage, you've got stubby fingers. I mean, mine aren't exactly like skinny, but yours are just stubby.
No. Keep talking. Sure.
Everyone go find the Madara video where his hands drop the box. You see his stubby fingers.
Stop it. Leave me alone. Okay. Alex says, "Hey, Jesse, I had to sell my KDM stuff to help pay for a dog hospital visit. Hope you're enjoying it." Alex, I just recently sold a bunch of Kingdom Death stuff too to help pay for this channel existing. Twice now, Kingdom Death has been liquidated. Like all the collectibles and stuff that I've had, I've pretty much sold them all at this point. I still have some stuff remaining, but originally when the pandemic happened, and then this summer, we've liquidated quite a bit of Kingdom Death collectibles to keep the ship afloat. But the core game we still have, which we're very happy about, and we will have fun with it. Hopefully, you can join in with some of our gameplays, and I hope your dog is well, and I hope you get Kingdom Death back soon, because it really is a lovely game. But it's big, and I understand why you might have to sell that to pay for something that's more important. Certainly, a dog is. Luke, hi. I have been up since about 12 p.m. yesterday. Did a Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movie marathon extended editions. They are 20 hours and 18 minutes now, and it's currently 4 p.m. here at the moment. Luke, I salute you, good sir. I am not sure there's going to be a point in my life anytime in the future where I'm able to do such a thing that you have done. But it sounds like a really lovely experience. Shira, you down for a Lord of the Rings 20-hour marathon?
Sure.
She's never going to allow me to do a 20-hour marathon of Lord of the Rings. I can barely play video games. I don't play video games, actually. I would like to. Catherine, have you played Unfinished Business yet? You need a hand?
Yeah. How do you figure out where they connect?
So, the easiest stage is to start by looking at like what the core thing. So this is a body.
Yeah.
Okay. And from here, we have
a
leg. So, not sure where the leg goes. Which one is this?
This one.
Okay, so she's going to be up like that.
Yeah.
So this probably connects somewhere around there, I assume.
Okay.
Something like that. This leg
goes down. How nicely does it connect?
So, you're right. I'm also confused. This connects right here, it looks like. It should connect fairly nicely.
Okay.
I've never built these models before.
Lovely.
Your complaints are heard.
I appreciate that.
Here's her bosom. So this
bosom?
Where's the body? Yeah. So this goes here. Share, see? See?
Let me see.
Bosom.
Okay.
So that connects very nicely.
Now put it down.
Like
okay.
It should sequence up. Here's her head. Like you shouldn't have to force them to get them to connect nicely. It's a little bit of a puzzle. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Have you played Unfinished Business yet? Have we played Unfinished Business?
No.
Who's
it by?
I don't know. Stuart, if you could only have one camera for professional work, what would it be? A Panasonic GH5, I think. I do like the 5S as well, the full frame rendition, but the GH5 has been my classic working camera for the past, I don't know, 8 years. 8 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I was doing it, I would feel confident going ahead and like gluing the bosom, for instance.
Okay.
And then slowly building up from that. So you might want to try to use the glue on not the model sprue, like cut off a piece of the plastic and see how the glue works.
Okay.
Because what this glue is going to do is it's going to melt the plastic. It's going to melt the plastic and it's going to actually combine the plastic together. You want me to show you how this works? So we're model building at the moment. So
there you go.
So these two come together. And then you don't need much. So you put just a tiny drop on.
Okay.
And then you'll stick this on.
Yeah.
And what it'll end up doing, it's plastic weld. So you want to press it on tight and then you let it sit for just a little bit. Not like this. I'm doing a bad example. But you let it sit. I mean, it'll stick fairly soon. And if you look on the seam there, even after a few seconds, it starts melting that glue or it starts melting that plastic, creating an actual combination. And you'll see it gets sticky where it's kind of starting to squish together.
Yeah.
And then it'll make it so it's you basically can't pull it apart after it's together. But once it starts getting sticky, it's much easier to put the pieces on and actually have it stay. You can see you can hold it there and it's just kind of floating there. But it's important to recognize that if you get that glue on any part that has detail, so you're about to glue her bosom. If you accidentally get the glue on the detail of the ropes, then what will happen is you will smear that detail.
Okay.
and you can actually glue your fingerprints into the plastic.
How important are these miniatures?
We'll
to you?
never have more of them.
Okay. Promise.
Okay. While she does that, let's see what else we have here. John, after 3 failed attempts to outlast the duration of Townsfolk Tussle, is it my lack of aptitude or is juice not worth the squeeze on Townsfolk Tussle? 3 hours to get to the halfway point slog. Our answer to that is we think the main campaign is a little bit long. The expansion actually shortens the campaign purposefully, and we've always house ruled slightly shorter campaigns. So for an entire game, we'll usually put about 2.5, maybe 3 hours into it. So you're not wrong, but it's just better if you house roll in like 1 or 2 stages. But the rest of the game is an absolute blast. So Felipe. Can't wait for my Gramblish chest, import fees aside. Yeah, that's going to be a little pricey, but worth it. Riha, Shara's hairdress thingy is approved. How many does she have at the moment?
I bought 18 at one time, and then I had 4, 5, 6 others, so 24. 24.
Did you glue it together?
No, I did glue this together.
You did glue this together.
I did glue this together.
Shira's first ever model creation is a pair of boobs.
We're letting it dry.
Good job,
figuring
Shira.
out the rest.
You're doing Kingdom Death.
Wow, this is so labor intensive.
Let's see here. Josh Ford, are you looking forward to Mythic Mischief Volume 2 going to crowdfunding in September? We will start a whole run of content for Mythic Mischief. We are very much looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what they do different from inside. It's out in the garden now, and I'm curious to see the different mechanics they use because we've pretty much explored the entirety of Mythic Mischief at this point. It's still fun to combine them, but we've done a lot of hunting. So that looks like a bottom skirt, I would think.
Oh, she needs a butt.
Yeah, find the butt.
Butt. Wear a butt.
Now, it will still be not entirely stiff. It's not going to be hard. Does that make sense? Where you glued it.
I'm very careful.
Where you glued it is not going to be reliable at the moment. Spitzeski. Do you guys use tabletop sim? What would you consider like monthly games with viewers as a community event? Yeah, Ish, we've done it in the past. I did a lot of tabletop simulator back in the day when the pandemic was happening. We built a pretty big community doing tabletop simulator, and I honestly got completely exhausted of it. I'll still do it from time to time to playtest something.
Fits in there like that.
Yeah, for sure. I'll still do it for some playtesting, but for the most part, I don't do a ton of tabletop simulator. Yep, that squeezes in there. Okay. If you want to refine it, you could trim off the little bit here at the top. Okay. And when you put the seam on, so you can even get it a little bit tighter, because the plastic glue will melt it a little bit there. Sure, just a girl who games. Me and my husband are about to sit down and play the new Castles of Burgundy. Super excited. It's one of our favorites. Have you guys played the miniatures version yet? I have with prototype. You have not. We actually need to unbox our copy of it. It's still here because Shira has insisted that she is the one that opens it. Scott Weiss. Quack, I have to jump immediately, so I won't be able to hear if you answer until late tonight. Wanted to see if you got the packages I sent to you. Should have been delivered on Monday to the P.O. Box. We haven't picked them up yet. We have a few other packages we have to pick up as well. We got a notification, and we're going to be doing a unboxing probably next week of some of the fan mail that's came in. So, on the way. Having fun?
Yeah.
Shira really likes model building. Like, you love little artistic projects. You like Legos quite a bit. You built your own bouquet for the wedding.
Too much glue. Good boy.
Okay. Let's see here. Riha says Meeple earrings are approved. Felipe says, have you guys tried out Mission Control or Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid? I've not tried Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. Mission Control, you tried to play it Origins. I have played it before. I think it's absolutely excellent. It gives you the that submarine game, blanking on the name of it, but it gives you this cooperative submarine game feel that's really a convention game in a very small package. Phasing Player. I went back and forth so long about getting the Gambler's Chest. Ultimately decided not to yet, and I'm having a bit of FOMO now that it's arriving. It's absolutely epic. It's massive. We are extremely excited to dive into it. Scott Weiss, I emailed you about it last Sunday. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Awesome. Thanks so much, man. Felipe, show us what you are building. Shira, show them what you're building. So she's working on the mage at the moment. And do you want to Shira's building corner? Shira, the show is yours.
Where's the camera? This is so far what I've got. A bosom on top of a torso on top of a skirt. I'm about to attach a leg.
It's all you, Shira.
No, go back. I'm busy. You're the live streamer. I'm just the gamer.
She's like, I'm never doing a live stream again. I'm just building models while Jesse points the camera in my direction. Derek A. Hey, Jesse. Good to see you again. I'm glad to be here. Catherine. It's the worst rated board game on BGG. It's made by a German board game YouTuber. We've not played it. We should, though. QV. Oh, my bad eyesight. QVO Games. Who says it won't be reliable? I don't know. Well, I don't understand.
I don't know.
Context. Ivan just joined the stream. Hyped about getting my gambler's chest. How big is the box compared to the base game? It's the same width as the base game and maybe 3/4 of the height.
It weighs 27.5 pounds.
Weighs 27.5 pounds. It's big. It's very big. And all the miniatures come in another giant box. So it's very.
The giant box?
I was looking for it. It's very chunky. Yeah. It's very chunky. Arguably, with all the miniatures included, it's bigger than the base game. With all the miniatures. Let's see here.
You rest for a second.
QVO Games just joined in. Hope to see you both at Gen Con. Looking forward to being at Gen. That's just the miniatures. That's just the miniature box.
Miniatures. All the miniatures to build. All the plastic.
Sure's going to have fun building all of them.
And then the gambler's chest actually. It's very inconvenient to go grab, but I want to show them because it's so good.
So the gambler's chest box
is this big.
Looks like this.
Buy this.
And that's all content. That's all gameplay. Has 6 new giant nemesis or creatures to fight off against. Monsters. Has a whole new campaign. It's a lot. Let's see here. Derek says, Jesse, have you heard of Obsidian Protocol? It's a mecha-themed skirmish miniatures game I'm really excited for. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, you can give them spoilers.
That's fine. I don't need to.
Gambler's chest spoilers.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Love it.
Gambler's chest book.
Okay. Did you try? What? You did.
It's not going to be perfectly solid for
I know.
a while, but you can pick it up and stuff.
Excuse you.
I just have definitely had moments where I went to squeeze something, and the leg goes, and I'm like,
I need my picture.
That's not right. So like this is the connection here. See, it's it still will come apart, but it's pretty darn.
Can I please have my pictures?
Yeah.
My artwork?
But did you see that?
Yeah.
Good example. Doug.
Asher.
Doug, it's not necessary.
Asher.
What?
Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing this?
I'm doing it so they can see your face.
I'm doing this so they can see what you're building. Yeah.
But that's less interesting.
That's most of the show is you building something.
Your face is better.
My face has never been the best thing. Let's see here. Lee, tilt the camera up. Have a good view of your elbows. Lee, thank you so much. Shira's building though. That's I mean I can tilt it up, but then you miss out on some of her building. Let's see here. Ivan, awesome, thanks. Yeah, looks massive. So much excitement. It's really big. Obsidian Protocol is like 3 years late Kickstarter. Sounds about right for something big. Al says recommendation for Shira. The recommendation's not here though, Shira. So you just have a recommendation. Congratulations. Thanks. You've earned a recommendation.
I have.
Yep.
Yay.
You got it.
I got it. Why are you focused on me now? You get
because there's no more comments.
There's no more comments?
No.
Maybe the recommendation's coming.
Just a Girl Who Games. What will be your next big Kickstarter to deliver? We're still waiting on Marvel Zombies to deliver the entire thing. I don't know what I still have backed. Like I have seasons where I ebb and flow around backing things. Right now we're backing nothing, and I'm not really sure what I still have on like the
All the
chopping
Simon
block.
games, Dune.
Sure. We've backed basically all of them up to this
I
point.
have to fill out a pledge manager for White Death.
You have to, yeah. You're probably going to do it all.
Yeah.
Starting to see how it pieces together.
Yeah.
Starting to make a little bit more sense.
She's got a head. See? That's a better background instead of all faces.
Josh, what are your favorite foods? Do you usually have snacks around the game table when playing a game or keep them far away? I advocate for snacks around the game table. Favorite foods, I like any type of candy. I have a big sweet tooth. Shira, favorite foods?
Broccoli.
Shira likes broccoli. She likes fruit salads. She's also really been enjoying ice cream as of late. Favorite flavors of ice cream?
Excuse you.
Favorite flavors of ice cream?
We've tried strawberry jalapeno.
Tried strawberry
ice cream.
jalapeno ice cream.
Ooh, my meatballs give a nice glare every so often. Look at that.
Yeah, they shine.
See that?
Yeah.
I blind people. Probably not the best on camera. What were you asking? Better ice cream flavors? I had cookies and cream. I had banana cream pie and strawberry last.
I like pistachio. I like pistachio ice cream the most, but we're not sure. We're not sure if Shira is deadly allergic to it, so I don't get it ever. Derek, yeah, but Chinese language version of EOP is already beginning fulfillment, and English language version is supposed to be finally shipping soon. Nice. Okay, so a little bit delayed, but hopefully it's a good game and it comes in. I mean, Gambler's Chest is how long delayed? Like forever delayed. Andrew says, where do you get strawberry jalapeno ice cream? What's the ice cream store here in Cleveland?
Mitchell's.
Mitchell's Ice Cream Store here in Cleveland. Catherine, great work with the models. I should have backed it too. They look great. Who likes to build and paint models more, you or Shira? I love building and painting models. I like painting more than I like building. I don't have the time to do it though, because I can spend a whole like 6-hour time period painting a single model like this.
I don't like painting as much.
Yeah. So what will probably happen is Shira will probably do all of the building, and I will probably do all of the painting. We'll probably film some of it and make some model building videos, and that'll be some content here on the channel. Derek A, it reminds me of Kingdom Death due to the long delay, wave-based fulfillment and assembly. I love how it's designed to have parts magnetized, and when you take damage, you actually remove arms. I like a good magnetized game. I really like the mechanic of ripping things off of creatures. Al says, never mind, it won't let me send the link to my recommendations for Shira. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like links because spam will pop up and send you to bad sites.
Mm-hmm.
Coming together?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll make it to the 30-minute mark here, and then call it a live stream and get back to working and creating Kingdom Death content, because that's really the main focus of the day. We're just trying to get into the habit and stay kind of consistent with having some Sunday live streams so we can pop in and talk with people and check in on how y'all are doing. And it was a good opportunity for Shira to slowly start learning how to build miniatures. Derek A, I want to learn how to paint, but the time investment. I'll probably try to learn like basic washing or shading techniques.
I did that at a con once.
You can do a lot when it comes to just basically having a simple layer down, doing a wash on it to get into the shadows, doing a simple color brush. Like I like dry brushing models. You can do a lot with that. Do you have color palettes for the Crimson Croc, Atlas, etc.? I haven't started painting them yet. I will probably source color palettes to try to get the right set of hues before I actually dive in and start painting them specifically. Josh, anything currently on Kickstarter that you wish you could back?
Planet Unknown, the expansion.
Planet Unknown, the expansion. What else is there?
I did want to back Mordred by
Simon.
By Simon.
Yeah. I haven't checked Kickstarter in a while, so I don't. Other than the stuff we're covering on the channel, I don't have a good sense of what's actually on Kickstarter. I genuinely try not to
check because
it creates a lot of FOMO. Yeah. Right now, we're trying to pay off debt as effectively as possible, which means not spending money on things that will come in a couple of years from now.
Yep.
Is the name of the game. We'll get back to backing at some point soon. Let's see here. Derek says Glass Cannon will be at Gen Con 2. We hope to see you there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It'll be the first time I've got to connect with some of the Glass Cannon crew. So excited to say hi and get a hug and sit down and play games.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Phasing player, learning how to use a airbrush by painting some Kingdom Death models I have sitting around. Kind of scary. I have an airbrush. Do you know where my airbrush is?
No.
I have an airbrush.
Oh, maybe I think I do.
I have an airbrush.
Here's an update on her. She now has 2 legs, no arms.
Getting there though. Isn't it funny how like all these disparate pieces
Yes.
actually go together to make a very nice model?
Yeah, they do.
But when you were first looking at it, you're like, I don't know how this is
Yeah, I also
supposed
have to get more confident with like squeezing it a little bit more because then
to
it
close the gap.
closes the gap. A
Yeah.
bit. I think I was more scared like by the bosom, and so. But
Yeah, because the
she's getting settled.
plastic glue can really
Getting solid.
can really seal up
Yeah.
gaps.
So.
But paint and priming also does that as well. You think about like painting around the house
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's
Okay,
not
you can put her
necessary.
down.
It's not necessary that your main layer
Thanks.
has to be entirely perfect. Al says, I sent it to your phone. You can check it later. It's a real cool puzzle. Oh, I see it. I found the puzzle. You do have my phone number. LED book. Interesting. Okay.
What is it?
It looks like a blossoming LED puzzle book.
Cool.
Looks neat. Catherine, would you like to create a game of your own one day? Certainly open to it. It is hard to make a living by being a board game creator, like a first-time board game creator. So if the opportunity presents itself and we have the time and resources to do so, I think it'd be a lot of fun. But we'll probably focus on doing more like development type work and stuff like that initially. Let the people who have the time and patience to work on mechanics focus on it. Board game officer, paint them all. We'll probably get a display cabinet for our Kingdom Death stuff and start painting them all
I know how that arm works. Yeah.
Getting them all set up around the house. So, okay, that's just over 30 minutes. We're going to call that a live stream. Nice chatting with you all. Nice seeing you all. We're going to get back to doing some Kingdom Death stuff. So we will see you all later. Bye.